Hello, U.S. tennis fans. I am DeSquinch. You are participating in a miss hit tennis hitting session. Let's get into it. We're going to talk about Delray Beach. The men, U.S. men, had a bunch of men playing there. They didn't perform too well. We're going to talk about Amanda Anisimova. She crushed in the Middle East. She won Qatar, so we're going to talk about that for a second. And maybe take a look at the next WTA 1000 right after Qatar. They play Qatar, Dubai back to back. They're both 1000s, so a lot of points up for grabs, and they're both 1 week tournaments. So maybe we'll get into that a little bit. But yeah, things are exciting. Bit to talk about. We're in a bit of the slow section, so let's just get into it. And yeah, let's start over here. All right. Let's just take a look at where we're at here. So here's the season. We are in week 8, um, which is the Dubai. So the women's side, yeah, like I said, we got Qatar and Dubai back to back. I'll be streaming on Monday and Thursday this week. The men have this big lull before we come to the big American tournaments. So not much going on there. But yeah, so just so we see where we're at in the tourney, this is it. And I'm going to make a much better presentation of the schedule at some point in time that will help steer these conversations a little bit better. But that is pretty far down on the list right now. Okay, so let's take a look at what happened rankings wise. I already updated for the new stuff here. So let's start with the men actually, because not much action over there, right? So this is week to week. I've got it going back. If I open up all these other columns, you can see over time, if we ever have to look at how somebody's progressed over time, we do that. But for the most part, we just need what's happened lately. And basically, everybody's holding their position. Um, Fritz was 4 last week. He's 4 again this week. Paul, 9. Shelton gained 1. That's just somebody plopped behind him. I don't think he did anything too well. Somebody must have just lost points ahead of him. Tiafo holding that 18, Corda holding that 22, 23. You know, you can see these people are maintaining these same rankings pretty much going all the way to till the year end of last year, right? That's when Fritz made his jump, second half of last year. But most everybody else is holding steady, right? Shelton was losing, lost a little bit, and then he got back into where he needs to be. But most everybody's losing it. And then, sorry, Marcus Giron, he was in. He barely stayed in last week at 49. He is not in the top 50, so we had to retire him. So let's go take a look over here and see what that means. So here's our guys. Here's their rankings. So you got Taylor, Tommy at 9, 4, 9, 13, 18, 22, 33, 33 Mickelson. That's a nice little jump. Let's take a quick look at that one because that's a nice little jump. Uh, you see where he started at the beginning of the year, 41, 36, 37, 33. So he's playing well. He's playing well. He's doing well. So yeah, Mickelson, and then Nakashima at 41. And Duran Slide used to be here, but now I'm sorry, you had to go to archive. Sorry, Marcus. Okay, let's do this. That was the men. Let's go ahead and come back to the matrix for a second and look at what's going on the women's side. Now, they had a lot more points up for grabs this week, and Anisimova took advantage of that, winning all 1,000, right? If you win a 1,000 tournament, a WTA 1,000, that means the winner gets 1,000 points. And so there's only like 8, 9 of these 1,000 level tournaments each year. Um, you got to try to get the points when you can get them, right? That's a big deal. That's why everybody plays the 1,000s. I mean, I think you're mandated, but of course, if you're injured, you can't. But you try to play them because they got the most money up for offer, but the most points as well. Grand Slams are worth 2,000 points. But anyways, I digress. Let's take a look here. So Goff holding, Pegula, a little jump up to 5 in holding. Keys, she won the Australian Open, jumped from 20 to 6. She's now 6 in holding, but she did not play. So not playing at 1,000, I mean, I guess if you win your Grand Slam, do whatever you want for a second. But yeah, and maybe she didn't have a lot of points to protect. We'll get into that, what it means to protect points at some point in time also. Um, then you've got Navarro at 9. She's holding. I've been watching her matches. Um, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much further she can progress. She just doesn't hit the ball as hard as some of these big hitters. So, what can she do to take away that disadvantage? I don't know. Danielle Collins, I don't think her heart's into it this year. She's holding at 12, but I suspect she'll start slipping down the rankings. That's some editorial, but whatever. And Anisimova from 41 to 18. See what happens when you win 1,000. So she wins a 1,000 level tournament, gets 1,000 extra points, and moves up 23 spots in the rankings. That's huge because that means that her seedings, right? She's on the verge of being seeded in Grand Slams, right? So that means you're A, maybe getting a bye, and B, that means that you're getting matched up, your draws, you're more likely playing a qualifier or a wild card or somebody that's just not gonna be top ranked in the first round. So you're gonna get a lot more first round points, basically. It's just it helps so much to be up in the rankings. Anyways, I digress again. Ashlyn Kruger got in there last week by winning. I forgot which tournament, but she's an up and comer that jumped into 40. Peyton Stearns holding that 46. So let's take a look over here in the guide. What that means. Let's go look at the women's side. Here we go. Yes. Um, So, Coco 3, Pegula, Keys, Navarro. Yeah, I kind of just went over all this. This is just a little prettier presentation, I guess. Ashlyn Kruger, Peyton Stearns. There's Anisimova. Current rank 18, highest rank 18. 23 years old. So she is doing awesome. Um, okay, so I think that's it from the matrix and the guide. I should make a little page to just rest on McEnroe. Okay, so then I don't think we have to worry about that or that too much anymore. So let's just maybe go in a little bit and talk about what happened at some of these tournaments. So let's start with Anisimova. Okay, see her line here? Pum, 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 pum. So let's take a quick look at that. And I think I can go higher than this. So let's make it so they all fit on one. Okay, so she starts out where? She starts out uh right here. Okay, so she's Azarenka, and she beats her in 2 sets, 6-3, 7-5. Another two-setter against Paula Bedosa, ranked ninth, very good player. I think they're friends actually. 6-4, 6-3, and another two-setter. Then she gets Leylah Fernandez, who knocks out Navarro. She's good, Canadian. Yeah, she's good, up and comer, but she's not Navarro as far as that goes. But that's still a decent win. Straight set, 6-3, 6-0, bagel. She's feeling it here. She finally gets into a three-setter. I watched that match against Kostic. That was a good match. She grinded it out. Both players played well, I thought. And then against Alexandrova, a tall, strong hitter. Um, yeah, she was a solid player. I was basically kind of going through all these to see did she have a situation where the parting of the Red Seas, right? Did everybody just kind of fall away that was tough to beat and she walked her way through? And while it might look like that, because most of these opponents aren't seeded, like the seeded people didn't quite make it through, these people that she's beating, these let's switch to blue. Okay. these people she's beating, right? Azarenka, Badosa. First of all, she was seated, right? Fernandez, Kostuk, Alexandrova, and Ostapenko. Ostapenko's the last one. These are people that are just barely off of those seats. These are not people that are like scrubs that are just getting through. These are people that are ranked in, around number 20. They might not be ranked top 10, but they're not too far off the case. So solid wins, which makes it even more weird that I just knew this was going to happen because I was thinking about it. Um, one incredible term for Anisimova. I was thinking to myself, man, I hope she doesn't go out and just lose in the first round in Dubai. And she did that this morning, unfortunately. Right? Her ranking didn't help her enough to get seeded because they come out with the things. She hadn't won the tournament yet when they came out with the things. So she ends up matched up against another American just outside the top 50, Kessler, which she was just ranked 41 like a week ago. And somebody she's probably played a few times and are comfortable with each other, and not intimidated at all. And she lost in straight sets this morning. So, like anybody, I know the analogy more on the golf course, you make a birdie sometimes. It's just impossible. You might be the best golfer in the world, but like a weekender like me, I can't follow that up necessarily with another good hole. Maybe that analogy works with tennis tournaments also. You can't necessarily follow that either. Who knows? Who knows? I'm going to check something real quick. YouTube live control panel. Have I just not been streaming? It says select stream. Holy shit. No. Upcoming. It still says in the upcoming. No, it says live. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, please be live. Okay, it says I'm live. Okay. Maybe that analogy works with tennis tournaments also. You can't necessarily follow that. Okay, the question becomes, why wouldn't my studio thing? No data. Boom, boom, one. Okay. Error. YouTube is not receiving. I gotta see this enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. So I gotta go down with that number again. Yesterday YouTube told me to move that number up. Yeesh. Unbelievable. But at least I'm the only one who's viewed this, so it gets stupid and weird in the middle. Oh well. Okay. Let's bring it back in. Bring it back in. Bring it back in. So, Qatar, blah, blah, blah. We just went over that for Anisimova. Great win. And then Dubai, like I was saying, she should be in here somewhere. Let's go a little bit bigger here. And we're looking for Anisimova. Well, let's just take a quick look at all the Americans, I guess. We're doing fine on time. So we got Pegula with the 5 seed, Goff at the 3 seed. Both will get buys. We've got Alicia Parks as a qualifier made it in, so she won a match or two against all for the qualifier positions. It's like the mini tournament before the tournament to get like the last 8 players in the field, right? Ao Ito here from Japan, also a qualifier. We got Navarro with the 8 seeds. She's going to get a bye. All right, all the seeds get buys. Let's do this. And then this, we can go down to the bottom half and see what we're dealing with over here. Bring you back out. Who do we got in the bottom half? We've got Sophia Kenin is a wild card. And she's already won. Peyton Stearns, she's playing Honest Jabeurs. I started the stream. She was winning. She had won the first set and she was winning up 4-3 in the second. So maybe I'll take a quick look at that. But that would be a great win for her. That would be a great win for her. She's just barely hanging on there in the low 40s. We got to move her up the rankings a little bit. And that's about it. Okay, so where was the Anisimova match? Did we pass right by that somehow? Or should I say it? Not tomorrow. Okay, so let's go here to. There it was. Anisimova versus Kessler. Kessler wins 6-2, 6-3. So that's what I was talking about. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? There you are. Ouch. So she made the jump to 20. We'll see. You know, and they're all coming back to the U.S. for the spring Indian Wells and Miami tournaments. So it should be good. Should be fun. We'll have to see how that shakes out. Okay, so moving on to the next portion. Let's just do this. Let us quickly take a look through Delray Beach and just see how bad everybody did because they were terrible. Okay, we'll do top half, bottom half, or can we fit it all in there? No, let's do top half, bottom half. Fritz, man, you know, he's doing fine. Gets the bye, gets an easy win, and then as soon as he gets up against the 8th seed, this guy who's not even in his realm loses a home tournament in Delray. Like, I mean, a lot of these guys play and train right around there in Florida. Like, it's like their home tournament. My gosh. Arnoldi knocked out Nakashima. I was like, all right, that's fine. Nakashima will do good. He knocked out Tien and Nakashima. Oh man, not good, not good. So yeah, and then let's so that was Fritz here, and then Nakashima here. So let's remove that, go down to the bottom half and see what happened here. You've got USA qualifiers. Svaj didn't do anything, but Mo gets one. Mickelson starts doing. That's who's kind of doing good for us, but he couldn't beat Kekmanovic. That was a chance for him to jump up even more spots in the rankings after an excellent start to the season. He got some points in the Australian Open. He's been climbing. He's right there. He's not quite fast enough, I don't think, just yet. So we'll see how seriously he takes his training. Um, but he's got to be able to move side to side a little bit faster to get up in the rankings a little bit more. It seems like my amateur analysis, anyways. So yeah, let's kind of go ahead and shut that down, and now we kind of take a look at Delray Beach, and that's that. The only other thing I guess I'll do is offer a little comment on what's a good thing to just leave this on when I'm not doing anything. I gotta get all this built into OBS. Let's just go ahead and leave it on the schedule. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, there's a couple things that I want to do here for close. One is a little housekeeping, just kind of tell you what's going on here, what I'm trying to build, because it's obviously A, very bad, and B, very disjointed. So the goal is to have the streams, but also have regular videos. I'm teaching myself how to do the videos. There will also be a website. All this stuff that these background supporting materials, I'll build into a website when the time comes, actually, which should be pretty soon. And the goal is to have a nice experience. But listen, Oh, I say all this because I know going in, it's going to take me a year to get good at this shit and to have all this stuff built out. So, and I have no viewers or followers yet, and that's fine. So that's just what it is now. But eventually, I will have some, and so yeah, hopefully, expectations can be managed because yeah, I'm still just so far away from having this where it's more professional looking, and I can be more proud of the finished product. It's just going to take a long time to get there. So my apologies. The other thing is, I feel like I should say something about Sinner because everybody in tennis is making a comment on it, and my opinion is different than everybody else I hear who's trying to be like, I don't know, so over talkative about it. To look, where's the transparency of the system and blah blah blah. Listen, here's the deal. Yannick Sinner, number one player in the world, failed a drug test. That makes him a cheater. That's it. It's as simple as that. Why are we talking about all this other shit and avoiding the real story, which is the number one player in tennis is a cheater? I don't know. Blows my mind. So I'm looking at all these tennis media personalities that they all have some like they're trying to outsmart each other with their takes. Basically, like, oh, where's the transparency between these systems? Here's the deal. Here's what probably happened from my perspective. First of all, his fucking excuse was the dog ate my homework. Like, give me a break. And then, you know, this one WADA agency, World Anti-Doping, whatever, they probably found some bullshit in his story, and they were like, "What? Whatever. I'm not. Dude cheated, plain and simple. Maybe they all do. Who knows? But let's not make the story about something else when the story is that Sinner cheated." So, anyways, that's my 2 cents. With that said, we're at about 9:52, which is about right. And usually these things take about a half hour, and that's kind of what we're going for. No problem. We're gonna end this one a little bit early. Not a problem. Um, I still want to check out this error over here and see if I can just. Okay, I can apparently open a widget that tells me more about this error, and I think now is the time to do that. Okay, now it says stream status excellent. Stream is healthy. What? Stream is healthy. Hmm. Well, we will have to take a look at that. Just not gonna worry about it now, I guess. I'm not gonna worry about it. Just not gonna worry about it. All right. Thanks for coming. Oh, as soon as I shut that, it went right back to error. Weird. I've got to test that. See if one is related to the other. Okay, so now I open this little scene, or this little screen here to investigate my error. That sinks in. And the stream health go back to. Okay, stream status poor still. Serious issues that need attention. Okay, so I've got serious issues. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. So part of the problem is my shitty network. So I might have to hardwire in at some point in time. I don't even know we can. At least. Okay, so be it. All right. If you watched, if you actually watched, you got to the end, and then you actually watched past all this nonsense, thank you so much. I'm gonna end it here. Have a great day.